Good morning, evening, and afternoon, and welcome to part 9 of 9, episode 3, はるいろはるこいはるのかぜ. First, I want to apologize if my voice sounds a bit off today, or there's a few more pauses than usual. My throat has been irritating me today, so I gotta clear my throats now and then, so I do apologize for that. Last time was a bit of a... Again, we haven't had much in terms of groundbreaking details or information or action. We had a few little bits and pieces of information here and there, and a bit of speculations here and there. A recent one being a potential connection between Yoichi and Ghost. As mentioned last time, I'll keep an eye on that, but not too sure. I have to see. Other than that, nothing much happened last time that I can recall. Been quite busy lately, so my mind has been a bit here and there. So let's see. Yeah, nothing's coming to mind. So yeah, nothing much to really speak about since only a few things happened and nothing to really expect. Although we can expect something to happen here, which will probably lead us to where we want to go, or where we could expect to go, I guess you could say. So let's see what Sophie has to ask, say, or question, I guess you could say. Just as I'm about to go to sleep, the space upon my table warps. Second later, a stuffed animal appears out of thin air. And I did want to leave here last time because of how they... Well, I don't think we've ever seen Sophie in episode 3. Or we might have, but not that much of it. That's why I wanted to stop there and then continue from here, because now we have a potential enemy in Sophie. We're not too sure. So I wanted to make sure I can focus on what she says. Let's see.
Hi, こんばんは。
何か分かったのか？
そうじゃなきゃ来ないわよ。
Sophie lowers herself onto my table.
あなたの能力に関してだけど。
What's this?
ああ。
Will I finally get to learn what it is? Oh right, we did speak about to her when we were talking about how we think the evil eye is Ghost, and we're not too sure why we know that, but we just know. My excitement dispels my drowsiness in an instant.
教えてくれ。
がっつかないの。順を追って話すわ。あなたの行動には不可解な点が多い。そう話したわよね。
ああ。
あなたの行動、事象に影響を与えすぎるのよ。
事象に影響？
That we know from the other routes about how little minor actions that we take will change the course of the branch.
そう。あなたの小さな選択が体制に影響を与え、枝分かれを発生させている。
枝分かれっていうのはパラレルワールドのことだよな。
その通り。あなた、空がはるかに連絡しようとしたとき、止めたわよね。
ああ、俺がするって。
別の枝では空にそのまま任せているのよ。
空に？その結果枝分かれした？
ええ、リグベーダだったかしら。彼らの懐に飛び込むなんて展開にはなっていないわね。あなたの行動によって全く別の枝が発生したの。こんなことめったにないのよ。個人の選択が枝に影響を与えるなんて。
それが俺の力ってことか？パラレルワールドを作り出す。
I don't think that it's exactly true. I think it's I think it's related to how I can recall certain things, perhaps.
違うと思っていたんだけど、少し事情が変わってきたわね。
Sophie pauses briefly before continuing.
アーティファクトは魂の力。能力を行使するときに揺らぎと言えばいいかしら。魂に何らかの反応があるのよ。けれどあなたにはそれがない。何の変化も検知されない。だから私はあなたは運命に干渉する稀有な才能を持つ特異点であると結論付けようとしていた。
得意点。
そう、特異点。けれど空に聞いたわ。あなた指を怪我したそうね。
Wait, when did we cut our finger?
怪我？ああ、フェスの日か。
Oh, right, when he touched the artifact. That's true. Not the artifact, the relic. I completely forgot about that. Wow. How did I not think that touching something that is potentially so spiritual and got a lot of power to it? I mean, completely forgot about that. I mean, the last time we actually really spoke much about the artifact or the relic or the festival itself was in episode 1. That was long ago. Oh, sorry. Every year, this Mobius festival held at the Shrine of the White Serpent's relic. Didn't need to read that. I noticed he sent a request. I kept watch over the sacred relic that's put on display during the festival. When a sudden earthquake hit, the sacred relic fell and shattered. One of the fragments cut my finger. The relic was apparently the artifact known as the World's Eye. It's what was keeping our world and Sophie's world apart.
その怪我が何か関係あるのか？
ある。話すか迷ったけれど、アーティファクトと強制的に契約する方法があるの。体内に取り込むこと。
Okay, is that it? Is Kakede's artifact the World Eye? Or how did you word it? Yeah, the World's Eye. And why we can't see the artifact itself manifest is because it's in us itself.
体内に。ってことは。
そう。あなたは世界の目のかけらを体内に取り込んだ可能性がある。
つまり、今俺に起こっている変なことは、世界の目の力ってことか。
かもしれない。世界の目は世界と世界をつなぐ力。そして世界を観測する力。
Okay, that makes sense because if it's a fragment of it, so it's not the full power of it. That also makes sense because how Kakeru has vague memories or he thinks of something from the other world, but he doesn't fully know it in a sense. I mean, you could say that the power is what us as the readers are seeing. In a sense, it allows us as readers to see different branches. Could be both ways.
あなたは無意識に他世界。つまり他の枝を観測し、そうして得た情報を直感として処理し、行動を変え、新たな枝を発生させた。
Makes sense, actually.
世界の目の一部しか取り込んでいないから、他の枝の情報を直感としてしか処理できない。
Yeah, thought as much.
魂の揺らぎを検知できないのも常に揺らいでいたから。ずっと能力を発動していたから、非発動時との比較ができなかった。
Okay, yeah.
あなたは私と同じ観測者。ただし、不完全で無自覚な観測者。
Wait, but if it's always on, wouldn't that mean that we would have a stigma somewhere, perhaps? Or is this just because it's a special case that it won't show? I'm an unconscious, incomplete observer, because I only possess a fraction of an artifact. No wonder my power manifested in a way that's completely different from everyone else. So I guess this means I know Ghost is the Evil Eye's user because I unconsciously absorbed that information from another branch. I mean, that in itself is proof. That's the power of the world's eye. I mean, proof for us, but nobody else would buy that, obviously. A lot of things are starting to fall in place now. However... But the thing as well, that's what's interesting to me, is it's different in Sophie, I think. Because I think Sophie is able to jump between branches, but only in that timeline. In that specific time slot, I guess you could say. She doesn't know about past or future instances. But that doesn't make sense for Kakeru's, in a sense. If you think about it, at the beginning of this route, he thought that Ghost was the Evil Eye's user. That was just after the day, I think, when they met with Ghost and Commander for the first time. There's no other branch so far has shown Ghost using the Evil Eye at that point. It's always been near the end of the route. So it's not about taking the knowledge from another branch, it's more like taking the knowledge from another branch and the future at the same time. Which is interesting. As expected, there's more to Sophie's explanation.
その推測には致命的な矛盾があるのよ。
Alright, but still going to talk about the one thing I just mentioned.
矛盾？
世界の目は現在から過去を見る力。おまけに自分が経験したことしか見ることはできない。でも、あなたはそれ以上のことをしている。
Yes, that's interesting. So I don't know if she's going to go into what I was talking about, but interesting that the world's eye is but to see the past and present. Nothing to do with the future, which is the most important aspect of this.
それ以上って、俺は何を？
あなたのことずっと監視していた。あなたの行動はほぼすべて記録してある。
I'm pretty sure this includes the other branches as well. There's no ways we would have seen Ghost using the Evil Eye at this time.
すべて？
はるかに操られているところも、はるかが眠っている間に鼻の穴広げて下着を凝視しているところも記録してあるわ。
Please show mercy and delete those records. I'm paying no mind to my reaction. Sophie continues talking.
その記録を確認してみたのだけど、おかしいのよ。
どこが？
世界の目で観測するためには、ゴーストって子が魔眼のユーザーであると、どこかの枝であなたが確信する必要がある。
Yeah.
けれど、どの枝のあなたもそんな確信を得ていない。
え？
他の枝を観測したとしても、現時点ではゴーストが魔眼のユーザーであるという情報を得られるはずがない。つまり、あなたは未来を見ている。あるいは未来から一部の記憶を維持したまま過去へと遡っている。ということになる。
That reminds me of the first decision we had in episode 1 after the death of Kujo. I think it was something to do with go back to the beginning or return to the beginning or something like that. That's what at that time reminded me of the made me think that that was his artifact, something to do with going back to the past and redoing it. Maybe I was actually correct from the beginning. Very interesting if that was. But interesting, okay.
けれど、世界の目にそんな力はない。
So I'm guessing maybe it's a mixture, like maybe he does have another artifact, and that's influencing it. I don't know.
よって、あなたは世界の目のユーザーではないということになるわね。
Okay. I fold my arms and fall silent. I'm looking into the future. Or potentially looping back to the past. Have I really been using such an overpowered ability unconsciously? Regardless, this still doesn't bring me any closer to figuring out what my artifact actually is.
結局、俺のアーティファクトは何なんだ?
Obviously they should have records of artifacts, I think. So is there no artifact that does something similar to what he's doing? Maybe she's lost. This time, it's Sophie who falls silent. Judging by her expression, it's not that she doesn't know, but that she's not sure whether or not she wants to tell me. At least that's what it looks like to me. That is true. When she goes silent like this, it means she knows something and she doesn't want to talk about it. We've seen that expression and voice cue multiple times. Specifically in regards to... what was her name? The first user of the evil eye. The first user of the evil eye. Can't remember her name. It's been a while. Yeah, whenever we speak about her or mention her, this is what Sophie's reaction normally is.
口頭無形な話ではあるんだけど。
Sophie hesitantly prefaces her next words with that.
一つだけあるのよ。そんな力を持つアーティファクトが。
Oh?
ただ
おとぎ話に出てくるだけ。実際に存在するかどうかは確認されていない。私も半信半疑。過去を、今を、そして未来を、運命を司るアーティファクト。手にしたものはあらゆる世界を滑る王のアーティファクト。その名も。
Is it gonna be some Chinibyo name?
オーバーロード。
Overlord. Huh. What was Noah's... Oh, the order, right. Thought there was something sounding similar, but no. Overlord, huh.
オーバーロード。そんなアーティファクト、俺が？
もしあなたがオーバーロードのユーザーなら歴史的な大事件ね。可能性は低いでしょうけど、否定もできない。使いこなしなさい。そうすれば、あなたは王になる。世界の。
話がでかすぎる。確かに口頭無形だ。
そうね。私も半分冗談。でも半分は本気。あれから変わったことは？また直感が働いた？
微妙なラインだが、あるといえばあった。
聞かせてくれるかしら。
今日リグベーダの2人と会ってたんだ。先輩と一緒に。その時ゴーストの顔を見て違和感を覚えた。
Yeah, this was quite an interesting one as well, because at that point he was quite how can I say this? Confident about it when he was saying it. It sounded like he was right about it, but then he was lost when Ghost denied it, which obviously she could be lying. But I want to see what her Sophie's reaction is when we mention Yoichi.
誰かに似てるなって思ったんだ。誰か考えている時に思いついた。ヨイチだなって。
ヨイチ。あなたのクラスメートね。
I I can't believe I was so sidetracked, but I kept forgetting that I gotta keep an eye on Sophie because we were not sure if it's her or not. I don't. It's so hard to believe that she is working with some.
そう。ってこれ直感じゃないな。ただそう思ったってだけだな。
けれど、わざわざ話したってことはあったんでしょ？同じ感覚が。
ああ、まあそうだな。違和感が理由なく解消される感覚。今回は余一の顔を思い浮かべてすぐに納得したから、今までとは違うけど確かに同じ感覚があった。不意に思いつく感じ。
That sound makes in it. This whole Sophie expression means that she knows, as we mentioned before, knows something, but not sure if she wants to tell us or not.
ゴーストってこの情報が欲しいわね。
情報っつっても、あいつのことは何もわからない。本名も、通っている学校も。
何でもいいわ。あなたが見て気づいたこと、感じた違和感、何でも。
If I'm thinking about Ghost itself before Kakaru says anything, I'm trying to think for myself here. I think I have interesting notes about her. Well, obviously we know from the other roots is that she's determined to get power. She's wants to fight badly. She's looking for a real battle. And she's always sticking with Commander. Doesn't eat or drink anything in view of others. I don't know.
なんでも。ああ、そうだ。ファミレス行ったんだけど、何も口にしなかった。
何も？
何も。水も食べ物も、勧めてもいらねって絶対口にしなかった。
I never paid too much attention to it, but I did think it was... I just thought it was her in a sense, she really didn't care. But now that I do think about it, it was quite weird.
顔が似ているのよね、余一ってこと。
ああ、そっくり。うり二つ。双子かと思ったんだが、兄弟はいないって言ってたんだよな。
Do you know something, Sophie?
減退かもしれないわね。
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know.
え？
ゴーストは余一の減退。
But that's, the thing is also we don't know about Yoichi's true personality or how he is. Maybe Ghost is what he likes to act or is what he acts, I guess you could say. I can't remember what he said at the end of episode 2. It didn't seem like an illusion when we were fighting Ghost. Maybe it's just a certain type or something, I don't know. An illusory body. According to Sophie, that stuffed animal form of hers is also an illusory body. Ah, okay. Is that what they mean? Because Sophie is physical in a sense. You can still touch her and everything like that. Maybe my thinking of illusory is misconstrued. I don't remember what word I'm using, but I'm thinking of it wrong. A vessel created by one of her artifacts. If Ghost is also one of those, then
余市もユーザーってことか。
so this is how we're going to connect Yoichi to everything probably. I was wondering at the end of episode 2, how, or beginning of episode 2, I can't remember, how are we going to get contact Yoichi or try and connect him to all of this? So the connection was potentially somebody that was close to Yoichi.
そうなるわね。
余市がゴーストを操っている。じゃあ、余市が魔眼のユーザー？
生み出された原体は意志を持ち、自ら考えて行動する。それが本来の使い方。私のように直接操作するのはイレギュラーな使い方なのよ。
Interesting. That makes much more sense then.
自ら考えて。じゃあゴーストが勝手に動いて悪さしてるってこともありえるのか？暴走したりして。
そういう可能性もあるわね。作り出した原体が主の制御を離れ、魔眼の力を乱用しているということも。
原体って一回作ると消えないのか？
簡単に消せる。
じゃあ暴走ってのは無理があるか。
そうね。手に負えないと判断したら普通はすぐに消して二度と作らないでしょうね。
でも自分の顔に似せるのもおかしいよな。魔眼のユーザーだとしても。
原体のアーティファクトの適性が低いのか、それとも連動不足か。うまく扱えないと自分に似た原体しか作れないのよ。顔だけじゃなく体格もかなり似ていたんじゃないかしら。どう？
おお、言われてみればそんな気もするな。
何にせよ可能性は捨てきれない。食物を摂取しない。顔や体格が双子のように似ている。原体である根拠が2つ。
Interesting, okay. So it's not Ghost, but Yoichi who's the Evil Eyes user. Now that's even more absurd than me having Overlord. But again, I feel this strange certainty. Thinking back on it, I've had this feeling ever since I noticed Ghost and Yoichi looked similar. Ghost is Yoichi, and Yoichi is the true user of the evil eye. But I don't want to believe it. And on top of that, it's not like I have any proof. Not even flimsy circumstantial evidence.
あなたがゴーストの正体に気がついていたとすると、やっぱり未来を知っているとしか考えられないわね。あなたがオーバーロードの所持者なんてかなり複雑だわ。
使いこなせないんじゃ意味がない。曖昧すぎて事実かどうかもわからない。
裏付けが必要ね。
そう、裏付けだ。根拠がないまま友達を疑うなんて。
手段は任せるわ。今のあなたなら失敗してもそれを糧に別の枝でより良い結果をつかみ取るでしょうし。
I really hate that type of thinking in these types of stories. A good example for me is like Steins Gate. When you know something's not going to go well and you think of changing the past or something like that. Or you just want to change what happens in the future. You think, okay, I'll just change what happened in the past and then everything will be better. But branches are branches. They don't go away. So the person who you are in that branch will still forever be in that branch. A good example here is the first branch. with Kujo being destroyed. Imagine how he must feel right now. I mean, no matter what we do in these branches or change for the next branch, that branch will still be a bad end, in a sense. The same one with the end of Sora's bad end as well. Same thing. There'll always be a, no matter what you do, you won't be able to change what you want, in a sense. So just saying, oh, well, even if you fail here, you'll do it for the next branch. If you fail here, you'll fail this branch, in a sense, you know? I dislike that thinking. Make it so that you try without failing. Don't think of failing, I guess you could say.
失敗を前提に動きたくはないが。
Either way, I just have to find something that proves that Yoichi is the Evil Eyes user beyond reasonable doubt. That's gonna be pretty hard, considering I didn't even know he was user 5 minutes ago. No, wait. First I need to confirm whether or not he's actually a user, since I'm not 100% sure about that either. In which case...
随分と長話をしちゃったわね。そろそろ私は。
待ってくれ。
何？
手伝ってほしいことがある。
Tell Yoichi or something? Dunno. Okay. It was a good thing I ended where I did last time.
はい、連絡事項は以上です。起立例は省略。気をつけて帰ってね。
Okay, so I'm going to end it here. There's a lot I want to talk about. And perfect timing to end as well. So, okay, firstly, I want to mention it's a good act, I gotta say, if Sophie is part of the evil organization, because honestly, I just can't see it. I mean, if she was working with Yoichi, then why go along with this? Why try help? Why even mention all of this as well about Yoichi? Could possibly be this or that. You could just say, well, no, this is something else, or not even mention anything like that. So, I feel like the person we heard with Yoichi was part of the opposing faction of Sophie's. And they're just using a similar illusory body that allows it to come out sounding the same way. I don't know. And in case we do happen to see, in case there is some other new voice that happens in this game, in this episode, I haven't looked at the sound options once, so I have no clue if there's new characters or not. I'd like to keep it that way. So yeah, I like to give percentages in these types of situations. I'm 90% sure she's on the good side, but obviously there's that 10% of doubt. So yeah. In regards to Ghost being an illusory body, it makes sense. It does hold up in terms of certain situations. Especially since we know Yoichi is evil in a sense. I guess you could say. It's hard for me to say, but trying to think now. I just remembered now, there was that one point in time where they actually met, Ghost and Yoichi. When we were at the train station on episode 2, in the beginning, somewhere around there, I don't know when. Or was it episode 1? No, it was episode 2 because we had met Ghost and Commander. So, in episode 2, we saw them go. Yoichi was trying to get into the organization. And we ran into them. Haruka stayed behind for us and Kakeru, and Ghost wanted to stay as well, leaving Takamine and Yoichi alone. At that time, he's a good actor, Yoichi, I gotta say. I would play it off as like it's nothing. Because now that I'm thinking about how Ghost's attitude towards Yoichi was, or did she speak specific words? I feel like she called him a fake or something. I can't remember, but I don't know. I can't 100% recall what happened at that time, but I'm pretty sure she was showing a negative attitude towards him, and that's really made us think, oh well, she's found out that Yoichi's not a user. Well, in fact, he is. Or 90% sure he is. Yeah. We learned quite a few things. Lastly, big information drop as well. A possible name to Kakeru's artifact. At first it could have been the World's Eye, but the future being involved made it so that it could possibly be the Overlord. So the problem is we've only really seen the future with these artifacts. Has there been other times? There has been that one time. Actually, no. It might even be a stronger time we used it, which I wouldn't even think about it. Was during Sora's moments. We were able to remember Sora for such a long time, both the present and the past. That is also related to the Overlord. I mean, it could just be he's got a high impedance and strong memory. Who knows? Not other times I can recall that regards to future, but the past and present. That's also part of the Overlord's ability. Oh well. Yeah. Roughly the same amount of time as last episode, but so much more information. And now we also have a potential idea of what we can expect going next. So he's asked Sophie for some help with something. I can only guess either surveillance or information gathering or something. Or to appear in front of Yoichi. That's a good point. But we know Yoichi is with another worlder. If that's Sophie or not, we don't know. But still, we know that he knows another otherworlder. If he does make it so that Sophie appears in front of him, he will know. So there's no ways he would show that he knows, I guess you could say. So that's not going to work. We'll have to wait and see what he's asked of her to do. And since we're at the school, next episode is going to be interesting. See what he has to do. Anyway, for now, that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. Please let me know what you thought, and I'll see you all next time.